Welcome everyone to Miss Radi's English class. I hope you are all good. All right, so these are our class rules. You need to be on time for your session and you need to sit in a good position. If you're sitting on the mat, you sit like this. If you're sitting on the table, let's sit also like this. And I want you to have all your materials, pencils, crayons, and your notebook, and also the worksheet. Okay, and you need to listen very attentively, and no shouting so that you can hear what Miss Rat says. All right. So for today, we are going to learn about the letter t, t, t sound. Okay, can you say the letter sound t, t, t? Can you do it? T, t, t. Okay, so if you want more practice with the letter sound t, you can go to Jolly Phonics and watch the letter t sound. You can sing, you can do the actions as well. All right, so I want you to have more practice saying the letter T sound. We say it like this. Tss, 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 tss. Can you do that? Very good. All right. So our objectives are, I want you to be able to identify and say the letter sound tss. I want you to practice. We are going to practice to write upper and lower case tss, tss, tss. And the last one is to name words with t sound. I want you to look around the house. Can you see anything that starts with a t sound? Can you see it? Okay. Can you name the objects? Now let's see what Miss Rat has. I have something here. Objects that begin with a t sound. So I have teacher, yes. T, t for teacher. Then t for tent. T for T for what? What is this number? T for 10. Very good. And can you look at this one? What is this? It's T for toys. These are toys. Do you have toys? Yes, you have toys, so T for toys. And look outside. Can you see this one outside? What do we call this one? T, t, tree. Can you say t, t, tree? And this one, we have this one in the kitchen. We have tomato. T for tomato. And this animal, wow, T for turtle. Turtle. Do you know a turtle? I do. I saw it. Okay. In the aquarium. Now, T for tiger. T, t for tiger. And this one, we have it in the washroom. T for toothbrush. Toothbrush. Okay. T, t, toothbrush. And again, we have t, t for tooth or t, t for teeth. If there are many, we call them teeth. One tooth. Okay. Very good. We have so many things that begin with a T sound. So many. You can look around your house and you can find, I think you can find so many objects that begin with a T sound. Now let's move on. Now we are going to practice to write the letter sound. Ts, ts. We start with the uppercase. How are we going to write the uppercase T? First, we do number one. Go down. Can you do it for me? Do it for Miss Ratty. You go down. Then you pick your pencil and then you do number two. Very good. Do again. One, then two. Yes, very good. Okay, now the lowercase t, we are going to start with one. Can you write your own one? One. Then two. Let's do again one more time. One. And then two. Yes. Well done. Well done. So now it's your time to practice on the worksheet. Wow, you can go to this website and download as many worksheets as you can for more practice. Can you see? One, two. Then here you are going to trace by yourself to get more practice. Okay, I'll give you. You can pause the video and then practice. Get your book and practice to write. Okay. You can pause the video, then practice, practice, and practice. Remember, we do one, then we do two. Okay, great. Let's read, and reading is fun. Wow, we are starting to read. We are starting to read some short words. Okay, on our lesson number 3. Wow, this is great. Let's see the words that we have. Okay, so we have this color. What color is this one? What color is this one? And what color is this? All right, we have red and green. It's okay. So we are going to read and we are going to say the letter sounds. A, t, a, t, at. Okay, can you do that for me? A, t. Say again. A, t, at. Then the next one. A, s. Can you repeat after me? A, s, as. Okay. Now I want you to pause your video and practice to read. Practice saying the letter sounds. A, t, at. A, s, as. Okay. You can pause and read and read and read. Next one. Now we have our CVC word, 3-letter word. Okay, look at the girl. The girl is sitting. So let's read the word. We are only reading words with the letter sounds that we have learned so far. Okay, so for this one, we are going to use only these letters because these are the ones we have read only. So let's say the letter sound S, A, T, S, A, T. Can you do it for me? Say it. Okay. All right. So it's S, A, T, sat. S, A, T, sat. Okay, good. Now I want you to pause the video and say the letter sounds first. S, A, T, sat. Okay? You practice saying the letter sound. S, A, T, sat. So we have only these three words so far. I want you to be able to read these words and to write these three words before you go to the next lesson. Okay, because our focus is for you to learn to read and write, not rushing. We don't rush here. We do it slowly, slowly, but surely. Okay, so get many practice reading these words before you go next to the next lesson. All right. So this one, I want you now to practice to write the word for this picture. And where are you going to get the word? The word is here. So you are going to copy a t here. I want you to copy it here. Then you draw this girl, or you can draw yourself sitting on the mat and color. Remember, he said, I want you to bring your crayons. So draw yourself nicely sitting on the carpet and color, make it beautiful. Use as many colors as possible. Okay, make it a very beautiful drawing and write this word sad on the line. For your homework now, I want you to say the letter sound t, 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 t. And then I want you to name 5 objects which start with t, t sound. Okay, where are you going to get the objects? You are going to get them around your house. And if you can't find or think, you can check here. I have. So I want you to name number one. Remember, we have so many things which start with the letter T sound. So we have so many. Can you give me one? Let's say you say tree. Okay, your number one, tree. What is your number two? Think of an object which start with the letter T sound. Good. Your number three. Yes. Your number four. Very good. And your number five. Well done, well done, well done. Let's see if you cannot remember. We have them here. Okay, so these are the objects, but not all. You can get other objects as well. All right. So the next one is I want you to have more practice on tracing the letter t sound, the uppercase and the lowercase. I want you to have so much practice so that you can be able to write it confidently. So after tracing, you are going to write the letters independently in your notebook, okay? Without copying, without tracing, your independent writing. Yes. So that's it. Well done. Can you show someone your work and get a thumbs up? A thumbs up. Well done. I'm so proud of you. Great job, everybody. Yes. Okay, so this is it from Miss Radi's English class. If you like the video, don't forget to click the like and also remember to subscribe to our channel so that you can get some notifications, okay, on the coming lessons. So the next lesson is going to be lesson number 4, and it's gonna be an amazing one because we are going to have many words and we are going to practice to read and to write. So please don't forget to come for lesson number 4. But you need to know lesson number 1, number 2, number 3 very, very well before proceeding to lesson 4, because our focus is for you to understand to be able to do each letter sound perfectly before going to the next letter sound. Okay, goodbye. See you